Welcome back to the AI Alchemist LinkedIn Lead Lab. I'm Casey O'Toole, and today I want to share something fascinating that landed on my desk recently, a business plan for what they're calling a next-generation virtual recruiting firm. Now, you might be thinking, Casey, this is about lead generation, not recruiting. But here's the thing. The parallels are absolutely striking, and the lessons for anyone doing LinkedIn outreach are game-changing. See, this plan breaks down a transformation crisis that's happening right now, not just in recruiting, but in how we approach LinkedIn lead generation entirely. And what caught my attention is that the technology stack they're describing, it's exactly what we've been building with LinkyBot, just applied to a different use case. Let me paint you a picture. According to this plan, the average time to hire is stuck at 42 days. 42 days? The cost per hire is around $4,700. And here's the kicker. Recruiters are spending 75% of their day on manual administrative tasks, not actually connecting with candidates. Sound familiar? Now think about your LinkedIn outreach. How much time are you spending on manual tasks? Scrolling through profiles, crafting individual messages, tracking responses, scheduling follow-ups? If you're like most sales professionals, it's probably 70-80% of your day, leaving you maybe 20% for actual meaningful conversations with prospects. This is exactly the problem LinkyBot was designed to solve. We took that same 10x efficiency principle this recruiting firm is talking about and applied it to LinkedIn lead generation. Here's where it gets interesting. This recruiting plan isn't just about throwing technology at the problem. They've identified what they call the convergence of three critical success factors. First, proven industry expertise. You can't just be a tech company pretending to understand sales. Second, cutting-edge technology that actually works at scale. And third, operational excellence, the back-end systems that make everything run smoothly. This is exactly the approach we took with LinkyBot. You see, I've been in the trenches for over 15 years, from data science to real estate to AI automation. That industry expertise matters because when you're building AI that talks to people, you better understand how people actually communicate and what drives them to respond. The technology piece? Our AI conversation engine can handle 200 plus meaningful interactions per month per profile. That's about 10 times what you could do manually. But here's the crucial part. It's not just about volume. It's about maintaining that human touch while operating at machine scale. Let me break down the tech stack they're describing, because this is where the magic happens. They talk about LinkedIn automation that uses behavioral mimicry. Basically, the AI acts more human on the platform. Dynamic templates for personalization, safety checks and monitoring, multi-channel coordination. This is LinkyBot's foundation. Our system doesn't just send connection requests. It's managing in-mails, engaging with content, participating in groups, all orchestrated from a central hub. And the targeting? We're not just looking at keywords. We're analyzing behavior patterns, company information, market timing. We can even target people at specific competitors. But here's where most automation tools fail, the conversation piece. Basic chatbots lose the plot in real conversations. The AI conversation engine we've developed remembers the entire chat history, maintains a consistent personality, and can handle objections that would completely stump a basic bot. I love that this recruiting plan talks about making recruiters superhuman, not replacing them. That's exactly our philosophy with LinkyBot. The AI handles the repetitive qualification questions, skills assessment, availability, budget parameters, while you focus on the strategic relationship building. Think about it this way. If LinkyBot's AI can pre-qualify your leads, schedule your appointments, and even handle initial objections, what does that do for your day? Suddenly, instead of spending 75% of your time on administrative tasks, you're spending 75% of your time in meaningful conversations with pre-qualified prospects. One of our clients recently told me that LinkyBot's automation freed up so much time that he was able to have 3 times as many meaningful conversations with prospects each week. Not 3 times as many cold outreaches, 3 times as many actual conversations with people who were already interested and qualified. Here's something really interesting from this plan that applies directly to how you should think about LinkedIn lead generation. They're not just doing traditional placement fees. They're building recurring revenue streams through technology subscriptions. The same principle applies to your lead generation strategy. Instead of thinking about LinkedIn as just a place to find one-off leads, think about it as a platform for building systematic, predictable pipeline generation. LinkyBot's analytics show us patterns, which message types work best, what time of day gets the highest response rates, which industries are most receptive to certain approaches. This data-driven approach turns lead generation from a guessing game into a predictable system. Just like this recruiting firm is building predictable revenue, you can build a predictable pipeline. So what can you take from this today? 3 things. First, audit your current LinkedIn process. How much time are you spending on manual tasks versus actual conversations? If it's more than 50% manual, you need automation. Second, think hybrid. Don't try to automate everything, but don't do everything manually either. Use AI for the repetitive qualification and scheduling. Save your human touch for the relationship building and closing. Third, measure everything. The recruiting plan talks about real-time dashboards and performance analytics. Your LinkedIn strategy should be just as data-driven. Track response rates, meeting booking rates, conversion rates. What gets measured gets managed. The future of LinkedIn lead generation isn't about choosing between human touch and AI efficiency. It's about combining them strategically. This recruiting business plan perfectly illustrates how the right technology, operated by experienced professionals with solid operational systems, can create something that's greater than the sum of its parts. That's exactly what we've built with LinkyBot, and it's exactly what you can implement in your own LinkedIn strategy. Next week, we're diving deep into the specific AI conversation techniques that turn cold connections into qualified appointments. Until then, keep experimenting, keep measuring, and remember, the goal isn't to replace your expertise with AI, it's to amplify it. I'm Casey O'Toole, and this has been the AI Alchemist LinkedIn Lead Lab. Talk to you next week.